Perfect.
It was raining in the City of Angels. A hard rain. Almost hard enough to wash the slime from the streets, but it never does. When the rain stops, the boulevard dries and the snakes once again slick from their holes. That's when the door opens and the helpless, the desperate walk through with a heart full of hurt and a pocket full of nothing. The unearthed, half-forgotten feelings, the same way it dug up sleeping bones in shallow, unmarked graves. It was that kind of day when the case of the studio script swipe came to the Dixon Hill Detective Agency.
I need an adult.
No, it's fine. It's Detective ASMR. It's all good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the studio script swipe. Introducing Captain Idle as Thrax Banner, the private dick. Skycap as Gloria L. Aurea, the femme fatale from Cleveland. Nifty Mittens as Carlos Dos Data, the South American scoundrel. Automaton 2000 as Nails Riker, the Windy City Tough. And of course, the inimitable Shireporn as Dixon Hill, the definitive gumshoe. Now, our scene begins at the detective agency of One Dixon Hill. Now, I believe... How should we best start this? Yeah, okay, you're right, here we go. Yeah, so let's just go and say that you were out drinking. You know, you're having a pleasant drink between friends, or at the very least acquaintances, because I imagine there's a... It's a detective story. There's going to be various animosities going between. I'm sure one of you has, done something to wrong the other in some way that it will come up at some point in the next hour. But as you come back to the detective agency, you are told by Dixon Hill's secretary that a Miss Minuet, who is one of the wonderfully beautiful and sultry secretaries at the Hezialu studio lot, has a most disturbing case for the group of scoundrels, lowlifes, and unlikely heroes to crack. She's sitting in Hill's office. She's been let in by the secretary. She's legs crossed, very demure looking. Her makeup is absolutely immaculate. She looks destitute. She looks absolutely destroyed. She is in desperate need of a hero. So who among you is going to be the hero that she so desperately needs?
Once the dame walked in, I knew she was trouble.
Trouble, maybe.
Thrax looks to himself, looks to his colleagues, and I think says, "This is one for Dix to handle. Because if anyone can handle it, it's Dix."
Did you want to say my name more? By the way, Dixon Hill's just basically going to be Sean Connery from The Untouchables. Just so you know. Minuet. Long time, no drama. Why are you knocking on my door today?
You say, Minuet? What's a knockout like her doing in a computer-generated gin joint like this? Hello, I'm Nails Riker, a shifty sort from the Windy City. I'm the tough type with a commanding bent to me and a deep love of jazz. I'm a hit with the ladies, and I also happen to be a master of some kind of martial art called Ambo Jitsu. I wear my hat at a Rikish angle.
Nails likes to introduce himself with his full character bio. Tell us, Minuet, why are you here?
Gee, Dix, the agency's really gone downhill since I was last in here. Well, you see, it goes like this, Dix. I've been working at the Hezialu studio lot, and we've got this amazing set of scripts that got optioned for us. They're written by these really lovely stories, a set of them, done by a guy who used to work for Incredible Tales, used to get published by it's a wonderful magazine. They were sent in for us. I'm pretty sure they were going to get optioned, and they've been stolen. All the copies we were sent missing, and no one seems to know anything. Now, I can't tell you what happened to them. I have no clue, but I suspect they might have been stolen by Nicky the Nose.
Nicky the Nose?
He wants to Nicky the Nose himself. The Nose knows. I think, and this is just a poor studio secretary's interpretation of the world, is he's looking to launder money from his illicit enterprises by financing the show at a different studio and enjoying the payout when the show takes the world by storm.
You
But I don't
say
have any
Enterprise?
No, I didn't say Enterprise.
Seedal,
Thank you, Mr.
what's the
Nails.
name of this here show that's being produced?
It doesn't have a name yet. They're still working through it, but it's some kind of wagon train to the stars. I'm not quite sure with the specifics, but it's from what they tell me, it's a real knockout joint of a script.
Wagon train to the stars, eh? They thought about taking a bus?
I mean, Gal likes to drive by automobile, but whatever takes your fancy, Mr. Banner. Can you help me, Dix? I know this isn't usually the kind of thing I'd ask you to do, but gosh, I really do feel for the writer. He's beside himself at the thought that the scripts might not see the light of day.
Well, it sounds like this script is going nowhere fast, so we might as well help him out. You want to take us down to Hezelu?
I think we're gonna need to find ourselves a dope. Get some information.
I might know a guy.
All right, so you know a
I'd
guy?
like to.
Yeah,
I'd like to use my bending the law. Well, it's a focus, but I'd like to use my bending the law focus and intrigues to know that I know a few scrupulous characters to maybe interrogate for some information on some shady dealings. So I'd like to sort of head out into the street and sort of and grab someone and shake them down and say, "What do you know? What do you know about the Dazulu, the Hisulu swipe?"
Do you want to run through a few different variations of that, or you happy with that last one you got up?
With Sulu, without
All right.
Sulu.
All right. Well, guess what? It's 15 minutes into the session, so bizarrely enough, we're actually going to roll some dice. Usually it takes a lot longer to get to this point. So I'm going to need you to roll me, Mr. Banner, I'm going to say it's a presence and security difficulty 2 to shake down your contacts
I'll take
for
those
any
odds.
information they can give you.
All right. That's 2 failures. What do you know?
All right, so I'll say that you zip out of the agency. You're raring and eager to go. You've got your fists ready. You're feeling like you're ready to take on the world for this poor broad. And no one is willing to talk to you. Everyone sees you and they're like, I ain't got time for you, Banner. I'm not. You still owe me for the bar tab. You still owe me for the window you threw that guy through. Ain't no good.
That window was broken when I got there.
Whatever, Banner.
It's not good Cardassian steel, that's the problem. We have steel in our windows,
Would anyone
not
else?
glass.
Thrash is like the last guest of the party. Nobody wants him there.
I thought it would take longer to get to the animosity between the characters.
Don't make me
Where are we
occupy the
going
whole
down
world.
to Hezelu?
If it's not the right kind of steel, I do have a talent in polyalloy construction, so I could build that back up for you.
Minuet right now is just like, I don't know if I took this to the right detective agency. Maybe I should have tried someone else. So I think, what, Shah, you want to have a look at the Hezelu studio lot?
Let's go down there and talk to some people. Bend some ears.
All
Twist
right.
some arms.
Does anybody at the
Okay.
studio have a rap sheet? Maybe that's where we start.
That's a good thought. However, none of you are official registered police, so you will have to try and either steal the information or ask around or maybe offer some kind of monetary recompense. So who would like to do that, to inquire as to the criminal backgrounds as to anyone working at the studio lot?
Hey, Nails, you know some people around that way, don't you?
That's right. I'm Nails Riker, a shifty sort from the Windy City. The tough type with a commanding bent. Yeah, I know a guy.
Incredible.
You want to talk to him?
He won't
You know
move
a
to
guy?
me after I broke his leg because he was behind on the payment. So I broke his other leg. Now I push him around in a wheelchair when he needs to go get to where he's going. But we're still friends sometimes because we both love jazz. We're both tough types from the Windy City.
This is already off the rails. All right. So in which case, sorry. All right, Mr. Riker, if you wouldn't
His name
mind.
is Scaramanga. He's known for reasons.
Known for reasons.
I love that band.
All right. So how are you going to ask your contact in the wheelchair for this information? Are you going to offer him a bribe? Are you going to offer to break his other leg? What's your bent here?
I can play a little bit of bad cop with him. First, I'll send in Dix to shake him down, and then I'll shake him down again. And if he doesn't listen, I'll use my value in cold nails for a reason and scratch his eyes out.
I think we might need to call the police. All right.
I am the police in this town, buddy.
All right. I believe Dix. I believe you've been volunteered.
I've been elected, have I? Very well. I guess I'm gonna go shake this fella down. Look here, mister.
All right. What would
You
this
and your
be?
friend here, who I've just created, you're both gonna get a beating till one of you talks. That means one of you are gonna take a beating for nothing. And I don't care which one. Let's start with you.
All right. So this is. I'm losing it here. Oh boy. Okay. You're gonna have to give me a. I say this can be an insight and command. Difficulty 2.
All right. Insight and command.
And I'll allow you to use your focus in taking out the trash.
Now, Mr. Connery, you may be familiar with Mr. Scaramanga from your past encounters.
Yes. Although, was I in the series when that happened?
I believe so.
Oh, wait, was that Roger Moore? Or forget it.
In character.
Yes.
Was that Roger Moore? I don't remember so
Let's
good.
see.
The man with the golden phaser rifle.
Do we have any momentum, by the way?
Yes, you have 3 points of momentum.
All right, Starry Penny. Here we go. I'll use a point of momentum.
Okay, you got 2 points of momentum back.
I have 3 successes.
All right. So in which case, I will let you know that in between the squeals of pain from these two toughs that you are ruthlessly beating, no one at the Hezilu studio lot has a rap sheet outside of petty misdemeanors, 1 or 2 instances of stealing company property, the occasional bit of falling behind on their rent and stuff like that. Nothing that would correlate to a connection to Nikki the Nose, and nothing that would seem to indicate a reason to steal scripts.
Wait a minute. What? Don't we know the bar that Nicky the Nose hangs out at?
Yes. So
And we're gonna have to go
at
and
this
see
time,
The gin joint, the speakeasy.
A real rough place. No canar.
yes, it's
What's
the
it, 2-time
we've got-
losers?
3-time losers. Thank you. This is a upstanding establishment. So at this time of the day, he would be holding court at the Mugato Club, which is a nightclub down on 7066 Hollywood Boulevard.
I'm low on horns. Let's go get some.
All right. So in which case, I imagine one of you is going to have a car. I imagine one of you has to have an automobile.
Has the dame got a car? I got a
Would
bus.
be me, Nails Riker, the shifty sort from the Windy City.
Of course.
I have a focus in getaways, so I must be driving something.
That's right. He's a driver.
All right.
I'm
Then
the
in
driver.
which
I'm the
case,
man. I'm the wheel watcher. I'm the pedal pusher. That's me.
Shotgun.
Nails Riker, Windy City. Tough guy. Commanding bent.
incredible. All right. In which case, I will need you to give me a con and control check, difficulty 3, because guess what? The City of Angels, it's a rough city.
Good one. Okay.
Con and control, please.
You know, I roll in 2.
You are rolling 2, unless you want to buy a additional dice for a point of momentum.
I have 1 success. What was the difficulty?
It was, I believe it was 3.
I
So
failed
I'm,
spectacularly. I should have asked that before I rolled.
it's fine. It's fine.
Sure you don't want to take the bus? I'm not talking like you. I had my own voice, but now I'm just talking like you. I don't know why.
Are you also a tough from the Windy City?
Funny you should mention it. No.
All right, so I'll say that you somehow, by the grace of God, by some angel that's looking down upon you, you managed to make it to the Magato Club, but you've totaled the car. So, I hope you had insurance, and if you didn't, tough luck.
Are we okay? Are we okay?
You guys are okay. You know what? I will say that Nails, you've bumped your head. You're gonna take a point of stress. So you have to apply a little band-aid on your head.
Can I use my
now.
field medicine talent to make sure he's okay?
You absolutely may. You absolutely
All
may.
right,
So
let's do
field
that. Let's.
medicine.
We need all our wits.
Yes. So that would be a. What would that be? I believe that would be a daring plus medicine difficulty 1.
How many dice?
You have 2.
Okay. All right. First roll is a 5. Ooh.
Well, that's good, actually.
good.
I think for you. Let me check.
Second roll is a 7.
Okay, yeah, 2 successes. You actually earned back a point of momentum, and you lean over and you press a very loving and therapeutic and healing kiss to Raels' boo boo. Perfect. There you go. I feel like we're all healed after that. Now,
In
you
here.
guys pull up in here, in the heart, where it matters. We have faith. So you guys pull outside the Mugato Club. Thanks to Nails' less than incredible driving, it's taking you a little bit longer than you might have wanted to. It's now like early evening, and the club is starting to get quite a bit busy. And naturally, they have deployed a bouncer to keep the riffraff in control. Now,
Well, fortunately, I've changed into my evening gear in the car.
perfect.
So
Yeah, no,
me
you, in fact, you know, Dix, you recognize the bouncer on duty, and it's he's a tough guy. He doesn't talk about no one. Johnny Tightlips, and he's just not letting anyone through. Johnny Tightlips is just not going to let anyone in. So there's a reporter buzzing around. He's working for the Confidential magazine. He's asking all kinds of questions. And there's like a lot of people just talking and thrumming. It's a busy night. How do you guys want to try and get inside the club?
I think if I walk up to this goon and offer him a cigarette, perhaps I can distract him with my focus in baseball while the others sneak in.
I like it. Okay. Focus on baseball. What would this be? I will go ahead and say this would be a presence and command. Now it's Johnny Tightlips. He's a strong individual. He's got a formidable mind, and he doesn't like to talk. So we'll give it a difficulty 3. How would you like to proceed?
So
Here's some momentum, pal.
I will definitely use some momentum, and maybe even how could I employ my positronic brain to perhaps weasel him into maybe I read him in a way that some sort of charlatan would, and I figure out what gets him to talk about baseball.
You do actually get an automatic success on all tasks, in addition to any generated by rolling thanks to your positronic brain.
wow.
Very nice.
Well, then let's just go ahead and roll this with the momentum, man.
Spend that dice.
It's your bones to roll.
All right, that was 3, you said?
Yes, difficulty 3.
4.
Jeez, okay.
4. 7.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, no. So
this guy at the table.
Johnny Tightlips opens his heart to you. He has been wanting to talk baseball with someone for months now. No one else in Nikki's organization gives a. They're all into the hockey and the soccer, but he's a baseball guy. He is going to talk your ear off.
The Dodgers, see? Yeah. Out in Brooklyn.
And while you've got him talking, he's bearing his heart, and he's going to talk to you about his divorce quite extensively as well.
I know a lot about James as well.
You do. You're a very knowledgeable sort. But South America, it's a romantic place. But this means that the rest of you can sneak on by while Carlos has Johnny Tightlips occupied. So the club is thrumming. There's a beautiful jazz band playing. Nails, you're in your element. There's plenty of booze flowing. It's a good night. And there at the far end of the club, secluded, surrounded by bodyguards, is Nicky the Nose, one of the foremost gangsters of the city, with his inimitable steel nose. He's literally striking a match off it and lighting his cigar as you speak. So, how would you guys like to approach this? Now, Nicky, at the moment, is actually being attended to, not just by his bodyguards, but by his mole, a lovely blonde number named Ruby. So he does have a bit of a weakness for the ladies. So how would you guys like to approach this?
Wow, this sounds like a job for Gloria El Ore.
Is he drinking any alcoholic beverages?
Yes. At the moment he's drinking rum and coke, but he's probably going to progress to something a little bit harder as the night goes.
I would like to step behind the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And wait for him to come to me.
Okay. But Nicky doesn't usually come up to the bar himself. He's the kind of guy to get his bodyguard to fetch it for him. How are you going to finagle this?
Well, wouldn't they be interested in some table service?
I like the way you think. Okay, cool. So how would we... I don't think you have to roll for this. This makes sense. You're acting the part. You know what? I will have to have you roll so that the other servers and waitresses don't call you out as not belonging, because you have a I'm guessing you have a beautiful evening gown on, right? It's the time of night.
I think it's lovely. It's a matter of taste.
Yeah, I think. Confidence. Not glory. Confidence.
But if it helps, I can pour a few drinks, cocktail style, behind the bar to convince them that indeed I am the new hire.
I like that. That's a good thinking. Okay.
Don't forget you have a focus in bartending, Gloria.
Indeed.
Okay. Now, as we all know, alcohol has incredibly therapeutic properties, so I'll make this a medicine plus control, difficulty 2.
Okay.
Make sure to make your famous Cleveland clapper.
That's not a drink.
I don't think you can do that around children.
How many momentums do we have?
You are back up to 3, actually, because Dix has been rolling straight fire.
Yeah, and
Dixon Carlos.
And Carlos, yeah.
Thrax has been garbage.
Sorry, Dixon, where?
I'm gonna roll 3 dice then, and I'm definitely using my focus in bartending.
Absolutely.
And I probably only can use 1 focus, right?
Just 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Smoldering looks would qualify, but I don't think you have a talent that would.
Smoldering looks. I just divorced her.
I mean, I do have talent in charming cleaner.
Oh yeah, let me see what.
Guile and cunning.
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, I will actually allow you to use charming demeanor.
Guile and cunning, isn't he also
but you
a bartender?
want to be noticed. Yeah, Guile and cunning might be. Yeah, I'll allow charming demeanor, so you can re-roll a d20. Yeah.
Oh, ooh. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I got 2 successes and a 20. I can re-roll the 20?
You absolutely may.
All right, I got 3 successes.
All right, you are acting as if you have worked here all your life. You got the shaker going. It's beautiful. It's poetry in motion.
Can I just go up to one of the spotlights and just try to go over to her and just shine the spotlight on her so it just catches all the drinks as they're flying and everyone's sort of turning around?
Absolutely may. It's a full light show. Everyone's eyes are on you, and Nicky is actually looking in your direction. He's just like, but you have blended in perfectly. You're blended all right. So you've got yourself your mix of drinks. You've got your Cleveland clapper, and I'm guessing a few other bits and pieces. And so I'm going to guess you're going to want to go over to Nicky's table, yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Can I make a
Okay,
Cleveland
perfect.
steamer joke, please?
That's out of the coffee machine.
All right. So
That's it,
you
coffee.
approach the bodyguards, giving you kind of an approving look. They're like, yeah, she's one hot thing. And Nikki is lays back. He's looking very relaxed. He has no reason to suspect.
It's just
So
how I like
would you
him.
like to? Damn right. He's a complete rube. He has no idea what he's up against. So how would you like to broach the subject and subtly inquire?
Well, first I hand him a drink, right? Hey,
Yeah, okay.
hey,
He's
Ask him if he likes Star Wars.
hey, Sugar Bear.
yeah.
Have you ever tried a Cleveland Clapper?
No, I ain't doll-faced, but for a pretty face like yours, I'll try anything once. And he
Maybe-
reaches over, he grabs it, and he
That's
gives it a
just
sip.
for you.
So, just for me, yeah. What else can you do for me? Now, come on, dollface. I didn't mean it like that. Just you want to have a little chat, want a little bit of conversation.
May I sit down?
By all means. Ruby hit tracks, and he almost shoves her off his lap, and she looks very upset, and is giving you a very scornful look. But there's not much she can exactly do about it.
So how's your day been, Vanilla Bean?
It's been pretty good. I woke up, had a few drinks, smoked, had another drink, smoked again. Been pretty good.
You should smoke a little more. It's good for you.
I like the way you think. And he's gonna light himself another cigar, despite the fact that he lit himself one like 5 minutes ago.
I've had a long day. You know, I'm only doing this bartending gig to support my acting career.
Oh, you're in movies?
Don't personally
Movies,
attack Shy, please.
TV. Movies, TV, theater. Whatever's around.
Oh, theater. Huh? That's a high-class bride, yeah?
I do what I can. Have you heard of any gigs that might be interested in a woman like me?
I mean, I got a few Hollywood contacts, but there ain't much going out at the moment. It's all murder mysteries and westerns. That's the kind of standard. You would do a decent Mom on the Prairie kind of deal. Like that's what I hear is going these days.
Westerns, you say?
Yeah,
Sort
good
of
old western.
westerns.
Well, I mean, your traditional like bang bang cowboys and Indians. Good old. I'm still
Are they
waiting for
more
the
like-
cops and robber stuff to make a comeback.
Are they more like Wagon Train or Star Wars?
What's a Star Wars?
You don't like Star Wars? I was told to ask.
Lots of
Don't buy
merchandising opportunity.
Merchandising.
Merchandising. This sci-fi stuff, it's just a flash in the pan. I don't think it's going to catch on.
Cue 50 years later. Okay, I'd like to.
You wanna-
I'd like
Yeah,
to stumble
well-
in. Oh, sorry, no, go. You go on. You go on.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say like after Nicky the Nose pushes Ruby off of his lap, I'd like to start like grab Ruby and take her dancing on the dance floor.
Okay, yeah, no, she's more than happy to be appreciated for the knockout gal that she believes she is, and you believe the same. She's more than happy to see you, Dix. She's very glad that you ditched the name, and she hopes that you're watching your caboose. So,
Right.
how would you like to broach the subject and subtly inquire,
Ruby,
or would you like to?
what's a nice girl like you still doing in a joint like this?
I ain't a nice girl, Dix. You know that.
I know. Look at who you're hanging around with. I hear Nicky's looking to
Nicky's a
change
nice boy.
genres.
Changing genres? What are you talking about?
You know, branching out, getting out from westerns and talking horses.
Talking horses. Oh, Dix, you're always so weird. But I like you though. Do you want to do a roll just to see if she might know anything?
Sure.
Cool. I would say this come under insight and security. Difficulty 1 because Ruby is not hard to read.
Okay.
While he's rolling, I walk up to the big band, get behind the mic, and say, "Hello, folks. I'm Nails Riker, a shifty sort from the Windy City. I'd like to thank Nifty Mittens for his donation. He says always a great time and a great cause. Thanks for all you do." Also, Captain Mackenzie Calhoun with the big donation says, "While I haven't been able to be as active in the Trek Time community as I liked this last year, I'd appreciate knowing there's a positive place for us to talk all things Star Trek. Thank you for everything you do to foster that environment all year round, and good luck with the rest of the show."
And I'll use my focus in broads.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Focus in broads. So
All right, give me a roll.
I rolled a 2 and a 10, so 2 successes. That's my
Perfect.
focus in broad.
All right. So you see right through Ruby, and it becomes abundantly clear that she has no idea what you're talking about. And Gloria, you're coming to the kind of the same conclusion. It doesn't seem like Nikki actually knows anything about what you're talking about. He doesn't seem to have any interest in the sci-fi stuff. And just as you're coming to this realization that maybe this is a bit of a dead end, there is a burst of gunfire from outside. Now-
You'll never take me alive, Tapas.
Nikki backs up in an instant because guess what? He's not about this life. And his heavies and his toughs are very quick to pull their guns and they draw fire. And they very firmly but carefully, get Gloria away. I was like, sorry, madam. You understand.
I'd like to sidle up behind them and draw my gun and look as though I'm one of them. I'd like to sort of like stand, like just pretend that I'm there, just sort of in the background, listening out.
I will absolutely allow you to do that. I will allow you to look cool. Now, Carlos, you're actually still outside talking to John Tightlips, or at least you were. He just took a cigarette break, and it appears that Nikki was not the intended target. You turn the corner to the alleyway outside the club, and it appears that Johnny Tightlips has been hit, and he won't tell anyone where. More interestingly, the reporter that was buzzing around for the confidential magazine appears to have been killed, as well as a recognizably 2-bit crook that he was talking with just outside the club. So how would you like to conduct your fresh crime scene investigation?
Are they for sure dead? We can't revive them.
Johnny's gone. Johnny's doing okay, but both the reporter and the crook are dead. They are DOA, like multiple like Tommy gun rounds to the chest, sent them ass. It's not a great scene. R.I.P. Rest in power.
My field medicine is useless. Does anyone else have something they could lend?
You could check the pockets.
Yeah, let's
If
find a
you're feeling
matchbook or
particularly
something.
With
Find
my
a matchbook or something.
with my focus in pinstripe suits, I know just the right pockets to check.
I'll allow it. I'll absolutely allow it. I'm not going to make you roll for that. That's perfect. In fact, you know what? I'll let you roll, but it'll be difficulty 0, so you're rolling for momentum. Give me a insight plus command difficulty 0.
I rolled a
for you to do
16.
this.
I rolled a 16. Wait,
Did you
rolled how
fail
many?
an obstacle 0?
I rolled 2. Oh, I rolled 2. Okay.
Yeah.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, you got 1 point of momentum. That's all right. So you're back up to 4. Okay. So it's a pretty standard affairs inside the pockets. There's a few bits of gum, a few baseball cards, and a business card for one Cyrus Redblock, now stained appropriately red with blood. Cyrus Redblock.
You know Cyrus Redblock. He's also a shifty sort from the Windy City, the tough type with a commanding bent to him.
All right, let's take our lives in our hands by getting into Nails Riker's car again and go to visit Cyrus Redblock.
Yes, can
right,
I swipe
so-
the keys out of Nails as a... Oh, no, wait. Oh, well, we're not taking Nicky the Nose's car. We could take his car. It's in better condition.
Ooh, ballsy,
yeah,
but I'll allow it.
I'm nearby him, so I'm going to
Okay.
do a bit of a pickpocket, and I'd like to use...
I'll allow it. He's focused on everything else at the moment,
Okay.
so give me a daring plus security, difficulty 2.
Okay, that's 16. 7 and a 16. I only got one success, but I'd like to use my value of the law is merely an advisory statement.
I'll allow it. So that's an automatic, that's an automatic 1 actually. So you have 3 successes. So you get a point of momentum. You guys are up to 5 now. You guys are doing great. Okay, you have successfully swiped the
I got the
keys
keys.
to Nikki's.
Don't let Nails drive.
Beloved
I'll drive this
rolls.
time.
Ooh.
Oh, you want to give it a
I have a
shot?
focus in getaways.
Let's let him redeem himself.
I gotta focus in I gotta talent in no hesitation. I jump in there. I just jump in the driver's seat.
Are we? Are you guys gonna fight over it, or do you want to try and assist?
Backseat drive. I'm very good at that.
You're constantly adjusting my mirror.
Perfect. All right. In which case,
I'm gonna floor it.
Mr. Banner, if you wouldn't mind giving me a control plus con, difficulty 2, Nails, you may assist with a single dice roll of the same.
That's a 5 and a 20.
Okay. Oh boy, this is just as good as when Reed
For
was
those that
driving.
haven't played STA before, Star Trek Adventures, 1s are good, 20s are bad.
And I miraculously failed for a third time.
I believed in you.
Did anyone else get in
Because
the
you're a
car, or
hot
did
dog
we
guy
just shoot
from the
off?
Windy City.
Look, we use public transportation here, okay? I'm very good in the subway.
Did I mention I've got a bus pass? Are we the same person?
Riding the L, taking the L.
All right. So the next obvious protocol is obviously Red Block's warehouses down by the docks. You could try and approach his legitimate business front, but you know you're not going to get anywhere by doing that. Now, normally you'd be able to pull up nice and quiet and try a stealthy approach. However, because you rolled a complication, I'm going to go ahead and say that you forget to let off the gas and you crash right in through the front of the docks, and everyone is very aware that you are here, and they're a little bit worried.
Catch you fuckers at a bad time.
Well, how about before we need to draw our phaser type 2s, I use my focus in lamps to kind of blind them and get some of that element of surprise back.
Okay, I'll allow you to
got the
hit
lamps.
high beams on the car.
Yeah,
And...
we're gonna high beam them to try to catch that. You know, we don't want them to see us very clearly.
Yeah, they just want to hear the massive crunch of metal. Let's go with a daring plus security difficulty 2. This is going so much better than I could have anticipated.
20s are bad, and I rolled a 20.
So just a 20 or another one?
And then a 4.
Okay.
It's not a fours so far, Carlos.
Fours
Oh
on
boy,
You could
how are we
take
going to
Google's
resolve this?
B20 roller for that.
Is it random?
Okay.
We don't know. They could all be fours.
What I'll say is that you successfully hit the high beams, but all you managed to do is hit a mirror that's right in front of you guys that fell down after the dock, and you have blinded yourselves. All of you are blinded. However,
That's like that
in
time
a
in now.
more on a less lucky day, you might have just been riddled with bullets, and that'd be the end of the story. However, you're dealing with a different brand of criminal. You're dealing with Cyrus Redblock. Cyrus Redblock.
It's Redlock.
He's a criminal with manners.
Cyrus Redblock.
So after the light has faded from your eyes, Mr. Redblock is standing there, calm as you please, casual, looking very relaxed, and he's just sort of waiting for you to make the next move. He's very, very calm and confident. Probably has something to do with the 20 guys that are standing around with Tommy guns who are more than happy to fill you mooks full of lead if you try anything. So how would you like to approach Mr. Redlock?
Dix, you're the smooth talker.
He doesn't strike me as the baseball type. I'm over my head.
Cyrus, how have you been?
Well, I was doing pretty good, Dix, right up until car came crashing through into my legitimate business front. You care to tell me anything about it?
It's just a present for your new enterprise. Your
My new enterprise.
moving picture enterprise.
Yeah, we noticed you needed
Hell,
an open
is
set.
this like that time you tried to feed me the false reality guff?
Well, I mean, I wanted to give you a chance to explore strange new worlds, Cyrus. But it seems like I cut you off the knees, and then your hips, and then your shoulders.
I don't know, Dix. I could cut you off anywhere else I like. Cut off bits and pieces of your time.
Well, that would hardly
Be straight with me, Dix. What do you want?
We want the script. Cyrus Redlock. Cyrus Redlock.
Sorry. Just like mumbling under our breath. Hell, do you think I'm the kind of guy who gives a crap about scripts? Does that really seem like the kind of thing I'm interested in? Look around you.
Oh. Yes, you do seem like you come from more of a improv background, but look, you're also a very connected man. And if you don't know where the script is, or if you don't have the script, surely you know where the script can be found. Or is that not within the purview of the great Cyrus Redlock?
Cyrus Redlock.
Cyrus Redlock.
Cyrus Redlock.
Sorry.
His name was Cyrus Redlock.
Also,
Hell.
why do I have to be Mr. Pink? Can't I be? Anyway, go on.
Hell, we've both been at this a long time, so I'm going to do you a favor. And I'm going to tell you, maybe you should check with your client to see if there's any actual monetary value in lowbrow, pulpy science fiction scripts. Now get out of here before I let Felix Leach take a shot at you.
I tip my cap, and because I'm still blinded, I say, "Oh, thank you, ma'am," and then I go off. And walk into a lamppost. Who put that
I
there?
think Redlock's going to take pity on you and not gun you down. So,
do we
where would you like to
believe
go
this
from here?
Well then, Minuet.
Go back to the name.
How many grand? How many large is in this for you? What's the deal?
All right, so do you guys want to head back to the detective agency?
Oh, that's right. She's not with us.
Yeah, she's not with you. No. That's why she hired you. All right, so yeah, she's still sitting there, just as pleased and as composed as the first time you saw her. She's looking a little bit more chipper now, oddly enough. A little bit of a mysterious smile to her face, a little bit of a Mona Lisa smile.
Yes. Minuet, you seem in better spirits. Why don't you tell us, how much did you get for the script?
I don't know what you're talking about. The scripts are all safe and sound at the studio lot.
And why the chase?
I practiced before. How many grand? How many large?
Oh, plenty large when they get optioned. See, the thing was, no one's really going in for the science fiction angle right now. They all want the murder mysteries and the westerns. But I figured that if I could have some of the definitive detectives asking around all the top mooks and gangsters of the city and getting the name of the Wagon Train to the Stars script on all the newspapers, maybe they'd start talking. Maybe people would start saying, maybe there's something to these scripts after all. And, well, You gentleman and lady were very more than accommodating.
You want to?
I regret the death of the reporter. I really do. I wasn't part of the plan, but
So you thought you could knock over the studio, get away with it?
I'm afraid you don't have anything on me. But just in case I've wounded your pride, I'm sure a few C-notes will soothe the detectives' consciences once the show starts to take the world by storm.
We're not in for that flim flam.
Well, hold on a minute.
Oh, maybe Dix is. Never mind.
I got bills to pay here, Carlos. You know, small price to pay, a little wild, untamed ornithoid chase for a little PR.
A bit of PR. There's nothing technically illegal about what she's done.
Get a grip
Listen
on
here,
yourself.
Minuet.
Dix. They'll never fly.
I
the
only got one
script.
question for you. Skycat paid me $50 to ask you this. Have you ever tried a Cleveland clapper?
No, I haven't. How was a Cleveland clapper? Can I try one?
It's a very
Okay, I'm
pungent
going
drink.
to smack her in the face. Go on right here.
Thank you for your donation, by the way.
That's right. Yes, we'll be taking these
No, I won't.
C-notes and giving them directly to the International Rescue Committee.
A very worthy cause, Dix. And I think we can call it that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. You guys are wonderful. I was so worried, and you guys are perfect.
If there's any excuse we can make it into a farce, we will.
I think that might have been the fastest it's gone. Maybe Captain Proton, because that was the fast from the beginning. But man, you guys are great.
Well,
we didn't try to parachute in or build an apparatus to take us to whatever. Or, yeah, like usual.
I didn't
I
have
love
a
that
chance.
your car driving went awfully. You guys do not do well with cars.
we
That's
do
true.
We nailed all the other roles. So
know. Thank you, Stars, for setting up. That was really good fun. We're gonna have to come
Why
back
didn't
to
I
it.
drive? Why didn't I drive? I even have the fucking.
oh yeah, hold on.
Really?
You got it back. Throw it in reverse. You got.
All
You
right.
look behind you.
No, that was
Completely
awesome.
forgot.
Incredible.
Nifty and Skycap, thank you for joining us as well. It's been great to have you on. As if anyone's interested
thank
in
you.
our
Thank
other,
you. That was super fun.
anyone interested in our
Guys,
other
you
Star
were
Trek
amazing.
adventures,
Thank
Time
you
to go
so much for
skiing
coming
again.
on.
I gotta go back
That was
skiing.
great.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Work on
Nifty's-
that South American tan.
Yeah.
Nifty took time off from his bikini skiing weekend.
I've seen a couple.
All right, guys, we're going to run a couple of videos, and we're going to very soon come back with chats with Sean Tarongo, Bill Krause, and Thomas the Cat. We will be back very, very soon. We'll see you in a moment.